everyone. Where's my microphone?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. I hope you don't mind. I started a couple minutes early because I wanted to get that UPS 76 there that we just saw. We usually don't see the 76s in my show. We get a couple of them here, but not usually in my shows. So, hope everyone's having a good Thursday morning. Mark, I did see the F-16s with the tanker that left just as I was getting out of the truck this morning. I heard something over my shoulder, and it was two F-16s leaving in quite a hurry. They actually left pretty loudly for 6:30 or 6:15 in the morning. So as you may have noticed, we're in the Lagoon Drive parking lot again. That was because we had a little poll. I don't know if all of you saw it, but we had a little poll on the YouTube community page. I think it's called Posts, if you look at it, asking where we wanted to be, whether we wanted to be down here or up there. Well, we had 50-something votes, and 63% of them chose the parking lot down here, so we're down here today. We unfortunately we missed the two Vipers, but we did catch the 7.6. We do have a 7.4 coming in the next couple of minutes, next 10 minutes or so. It is now south of us. Hopefully it comes in before 7, and they put it on either 8 right or 4 right. We'll see what happens with that. It's a very beautiful day here today. Look at this. See if we can get a little diamond head action. Kind of killed that with the fence, but I'll admit that. But I'll take that shot being obstructed by the fence over the runway being obstructed by the fence. Good morning, H. Ken, Bill, Jen. Good to see you all here. Got Brandon in the house. Basil. Keith. All the cool kids are here this morning. We got Fritz in the house. Andrew C. Good to see y'all here. Had an O'Malley sighting early and a Rainbow Love sighting early. The next one in is a Southwest. Still a little early. Southwest coming in on the crossing runway. So the tablet's doing the exact same thing it did yesterday, or 2 days ago. So we're ditching the tablet today again. We're going back straight to the phone. I think it's time to either replace or reformat that tablet. It doesn't play nice anymore. So let's see here. Let's see where that. No. This works so much better. Alright. So that UPS Queen is now almost directly south of us by about 30 miles or so. There's another little K truck. I believe that's that might be a Honda Acti, I think. It's the problem with K trucks; they all kind of look the same. But I think that's a Honda Acti. Mine has Mine's like an extended cab pickup, though. It's called a jumbo. It has a little extra room behind the seats. So it's a little gray here, but it's not bad. There's not supposed to be any rain this morning, even though it does look very gray. Of course, there is a giant rain cloud right behind me. Yeah, Corey, the F-16s left about a half an hour ago. I'd like to welcome Larry Brown back to the 717 level. Thank you very much for rejoining. Someone will be by with your POG drink soon. Thank you for being a member of the Reverse Ops Ohana. So the reason I did the poll is because I know we've done a lot of shows down here in this parking lot because of the Century Aloha a couple weeks ago. And I wanted to make sure you guys weren't getting stale. So I gave you guys a choice today. Choice is good. But tomorrow, definitely, we will be on the other end. We're going to be up at the Lagoon Mauka location. And we're going to do that because tomorrow we should get 2 A380s. So we're going to be here for the both A380 arrivals on the other side. Yeah, they left they left in a hurry, Jen. They weren't trying to be subtle. Usually those ones that are going away, they're going either west or east from here. They don't leave very. I guess they try to conserve some gas. They don't leave out of here in a super hurry. No one told those F-16s today. They left full afterburners at 6:15. I'm sure the people over there trying to sleep in Kalihi were not very happy. So this Southwest here, it's coming in from Hilo this morning. I am highly allergic to cats. Fire truck, no cat pets for me. Plus I have a bird, so that probably wouldn't work very well either. I've named that cat O'Malley, the black one. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Went somewhere. So a little update on the fence gate, as long as we're not talking here. We have a Northern Air Cargo about a minute out. We'll try to fit this in before that gets there. The fence gate is progressing. So over here, where the security tent was, they've moved it. So I'm guessing they're done with the fence over there, hopefully. They have moved it to my right over here. So that means I'm guessing they're going to start on this stretch of fence next. They did one panel of it over here. Right there. So if that panel is the right height, we shouldn't lose any view of Juliet over there. Good morning, Kurt. Good to see you. Hello, Jane. Hello. Alright, so that Northern Air Cargo has got its lights on now, so I can see it. It is right about there. There we go. So unfortunately that 7-4 has gone all the way around. It's going to go 8 left on us. But we are going to get another southwest in here. I'm going to watch this truck cam. My hair doesn't look as good today. Guess I didn't run the brush through it as well this morning. So you can see we haven't got the long bar yet, the long thingy yet. Still trying to decide if $430 is worth that. And my ghetto microphone. You like my ghetto microphone? It hangs off my glasses. Our good friend Ron, celebrating 15 months at the 330 level. Thank you very much, Ron. And thanks for all you do for the channel. Ron's done some cool stuff for us. Still waiting on some answers for the other stuff, Ron, but we'll get back to you. But thank you very much, Ron. Ron says he's still enjoying every show. Thank you for doing this for us. Well, thank you for being here. It's kind of lonely without you guys. So we'll keep an eye on that Queen over there. It's still, I think it's still in the clouds over there. That southwest there was coming in from Maui. A United triple lit up, supposed to leave here in just a few minutes. And I think I can actually see the Queen now, so we'll get that here in just a second. We're going to try out my new, I came up with something new last night. We're going to see how well it works. I have a script now that runs while we're doing the show, and it can add timestamps to the show. So if we see something cool, I can hit a button on my control panel here, and it will automatically add a timestamp to a file that I can place in the description of the video. So if you guys miss shows or just want to come back and check out your favorite parts of the show again, it'd be much easier to find the cool stuff. Well, that failed right away. Oh yeah, that failed right away. Alright, we'll adjust that later.
1138, contact departure 119.1. Here now. Okay, over here. Roger, 1138, check it on 1. It's dead. And 3700 on the loose there, crossing runway 4 to Foxtrot, hold short runway 4 left. Cross 4 right at Foxtrot, hold short 4 left on Foxtrot.
Yeah, okay, the fence guys are back on this side now, so that's gonna... Hopefully they don't make too much noise for us.
UPS 32 heavy, turn right on Echo, hold short of runway 4 left, traffic departing. Okay, right turn on Echo and hold short of 4 left, UPS 32. Support to the Charlie, runway 4 left, Delta, 4 left at Delta, just take off west of Delta. Runway 4 left.
Alright. Duly noted. It is time-stamped. Thank you, Jonathan McD. Jonathan McD has sent in a 5-pound super chat. And I have time-stamped that. So I have different planes programmed in so I can hit different planes, and it'll automatically add different planes. And then I have a couple of generic buttons. But I also have a super cool button, so anything that's super cool happens, I can timestamp that. And I've just added Jonathan McD to the super cool timestamp, so we'll have that available later today. But thank you, Jonathan. That's very generous of you. Whoops. That didn't work. Let's try that again. No? Okay, there we go. Okay. It's...
Right, cross 4 left and 4 right at Echo, and UPS 32 heavy, traffic hold position.
You see that 777 on the bottom side is taxiing now, and then we have a 737 to Majuro that's taxiing in about 9 minutes. So this will give you a little update on what's coming. We have that Qantas that's listed there as coming in from DFW in 20 minutes. That's actually a Atlas Air operated by Qantas, so it's not actually a Qantas 747. It's technically, I guess it is, but it's not. It's painted like an Atlas plane, so it is not going to have a RU on it. So. Our good friend Island Jenny has come in with a 12-month anniversary at the 321 level. Thank you very much. Says thanks for helping people see our beautiful state. Ooh, let's try to show them an airplane too. So thanks again, Jen. Thanks for being here, and thanks for always being in the chat. Super chatty. I love that. Thank you very much. And I love that I'm able to show off at least a small part of this wonderful state. You can't really see from here. You can see some of the wonderful vistas and views, but some of the really beautiful ones are the other side of the island. You can't see from the airport. We've tried to show you a little bit of that in the members only streams, which we're gonna do another one when I get back from Texas. What do you got?
And that was blocked short of runway 4 left. Running 629 Honolulu, turn wind 1704, runway 4 right, turtle lane.
Done and done. Our good friend Richard Barnes comes in and says, timestamp this too, please, or the 7 month at the 717 level. Thank you very much. But thank you very much for being here for 7 months as part of the reverse ops Ohana. So that 777 is on Alpha now, so it is actually moving. So it'll be down here in just a minute. Morning. Need to turn on some filters here. Somebody's following the United. Anybody see what that is? They said somebody follow United, but I don't see anybody who would be in position to follow United. Let's fire up the old other app and see if there's any little dots. Maybe a Transair short? I don't know. We'll find out, because it'll be following the United. So not only is Richard Barnes celebrating an anniversary with us, he comes in with a £2 super chat. It says, and again, please aloha everyone. Well, thank you very much, Richard. That's very kind of you. Just gonna have to I'm gonna have to work on my timestamp game. Thanks, Jonathan. Another big D is coming with a 3-pound super chat. We might have to put a rule in on the timestamps that they can only be airplanes, but I can be bribed. I've said that before in the shows. I can be bribed.
United 373 Heavy, remain whatever frequency you're on now.
Thanks again, Jonathan.
United 373 Heavy, thanks. Runway 8 right, line up and wait, traffic will land on the front. Forward, turn right at the end and hold short of runway 8 left as currently. Point 115 and 1605, runway 4 right. Runway 4 right, clear to land, 115.
That's the Keith brought up something interesting that I've always found very fascinating about England. That you have, I mean, when you follow American football, there's, you know, fan bases that live in the same city because there's a couple of teams that share stadiums, but they're, you know, kind of far, kind of big cities, you know, New York, Los Angeles, big cities. And then you have some which are in the same state, but they're usually not very close, like Houston and Dallas is not very close together. It's a 4-hour drive between the two. So you're not like living next door to someone usually. But in England, the soccer clubs, you can see stadiums from other stadiums, and it's like neighborhoods almost, especially some of the ones around London. It's almost like a neighborhood cheering for one team, and the next neighborhood over cheers for the next team.
United 373 Heavy, 1505, runway 8 right for takeoff. Runway 8 right for takeoff, United 370. Framing 65, sir. Ground 65, sir. 65 on the third, turn off echo, cross runway 8 left, impact via Bravo Delta.
Come on.
Aloha 113, Honolulu, third, check runway 8 right, come up and Juliet, hold short of runway 8 left. We'll hold short of 8 left and Juliet, expecting 8 right, Aloha 113. Line 115, Roger, come up, echo, cross, 4 left.
And then I was I tried to buy tickets to see a football match when I was in London several years ago. This is Zip Air coming in from Tokyo. This one has a very quick turnaround. We might actually see this one leave today. We got a Transair short down there. There we go. And they wouldn't sell me tickets because I'd never bought tickets before. I had to have a ticket history to be able to buy tickets to a game. And I asked the person on the phone, I said, how do you get a ticket history if you have to buy tickets to buy a ticket? And she said, you don't. And I guess that's the way of keeping rival fans out. You don't. I mean, I wasn't even a rival fan. I just wanted to watch a soccer game. But is that your way? Is that the way of keeping rival fans out? Is you just don't sell tickets to people who've never bought tickets before? Oh, thanks, Eham. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it was a top game. I did try to buy them a week before the game, though, so I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the club I tried to buy. The stadium was on the River Thames. I don't remember the name of the club. That guy's aimed right at me. That's weird.
Well, 113, trust to head to your left southeast one of the shoreline caravan out from gate 800 climbing. Advise you have an inside hang and maintain visual. Okay, we have sure business line to maintain visual. Well, 113, roger. Keep them off the right side, maintain visual separation, runway 8 right, 6. Okay, right, service check off Aloha 113. You're 3691, 737 departing runway 8 right, has you in sight, and we'll maintain visual separation. So 18 select Lima Alpha or Golf, yeah. Lima Alpha Aloha. Oh, 18, thanks, and thanks for the call. Up 4% for an 8. Yeah, 3691.
Yeah, fence does cause some issue with focusing. It really doesn't. Sometimes it wants to grab that fence. I wonder if I can change the focus point. Let's see if we can do that. Hold on 1 second. Alright, so we changed the focus spot to be a little more center as opposed to wide, so we'll see how that works. Thank you very much, Lima Papa 23. 5 reverse ops memberships. Thank you very much. Looks like Susan, Gary, Majid, and Dion, Darrow, and Luann. Is that Luann? Mets are having a pretty good year so far. Last I looked, there were several games up on the Phillies, so hopefully that continues. So the Mets are my National League team. My parents were both Mets fans. And when I was young, I was a Mets fan, and then I became a Rangers fan because I lived near the ballpark in Arlington. So the Mets are my National League team, and the Rangers are my American League team. I was actually born, it's really close, I was born less than a mile from Shea Stadium. Oop, I didn't mean to take that one away. Let's go Mets. But thank you very much, Lima Papa, I appreciate it. So all those people I mentioned, please join me in thanking Lima Papa 23. I don't know what it's called now, but it used to be called Booth Memorial. It's very close to Shea, or Shea's not there anymore, very close to Citi Field. What do you mean by overnights, Mike? Do you like radio or something? Or security? My parents, when my parents met, my dad lived in Manhattan, but my mom lived in Jackson Heights. Right off, I think it's 84th Street. I think it's 84th Street in Jackson. What's the street that goes underneath the 7? Like 84th and whatever that street is. Roosevelt? I think it's Roosevelt. Maybe it's Roosevelt. And then when they got married, a couple of years before me, they moved to Astoria. I don't know what street they lived on in Astoria. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate that. Keith PDX is celebrating 11 months with us. Just hello from Keith with the Extra X. That's pretty funny. Thank you very much. The 7 is a train line, O'Malley. It runs from is it Grand Central or is it Times Square? I think it runs from Times Square up through Queens. Oh, a little Tri-Jackson. Alright, the next one coming in is, I believe, Aloha Air Cargo. It's coming in on 4 right. Oh, I can... Yeah, John, I was so busy talking about New York, I completely missed it. I apologize for that. I looked up just in time to see the tail disappear behind the trees over there. Here the freeways have names and numbers, but hardly anybody ever uses the numbers. The only time you use the numbers is on like H1, H2, H3. And then you have Cam Highway, which is pretty much everywhere. So you can see it's, as I mentioned earlier, it's very cloudy. We'll see if we can get a shot behind me. It's, oh, wrong way. This is back, looking over. This is back looking right behind me. You can see it's very cloudy up there. It's actually brighter in the video than it is in the real life. It actually looks like really menacing up there. But we're not supposed to get any rain. Well, it's one of those things that there's always a chance of rain in Hawaii. There's always a chance of rain. Pretty much you can be a weatherman here just by saying it's going to be 74 to 84, winds from the north-northeast, chance of windward and Mauka showers. That's pretty much, you could say that every day and be 90% accurate. The other 10% is pretty much February through April. You get some weird weather. Alright, so that's going good. That's going good. Alright, so we have a Hawaiian coming down. No, it turned, but we do have a Hawaiian coming in. It's coming in from Kailua Kona. It just turned its lights on. Let's see if we can swing this camera over here and get it. A little too far, Patrick. There it is. So we can swing that back the other direction. Oop, not that direction, Patrick. There we go. Technically, O'Malley, I'm going to be Mr. Well, actually, on this one, technically it is an interstate. Interstate does not designate whether it goes between states. It designates whether it was funded by the Interstate Highway Program. So it was funded by the Interstate Highway Program. That's why it's called an interstate. That's one of my favorite, Ken, that's one of my favorite views on the island is when you come out of the tunnel on H3, going to the windward side. I love that. It's just so, the first time I can't remember what I thought the first time I saw that view, but it's amazing. Just the whole windward side just opens up and it's so beautiful. The only other thing I could think of that blew my mind similarly on a highway is, have you guys ever driven from the airport in Pittsburgh to into Pittsburgh proper, into the town? When you come out of that tunnel, that's equally as surprising when you come out and you're just staring at the entire skyline of Pittsburgh. That's pretty cool too. Oh, we offended Mally. Mally, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to. So I apologize, O'Malley. I take it back. Don't let facts get in the place of a good story. So as you see up at the top, our A380 is about 35 minutes out. That means it's just probably on the other side of Kauai. Yeah, there it is. Let's see what color it is today. I haven't checked. It is the orange one today. Fan favorite. Hello, Kyle. Yeah, flying family physician. That's the one I'm talking about. That is, I was not prepared for that. I was in a cab coming from the airport, and I was not prepared for the view we got coming out of there. And I'll tell you, I don't know, my whole life I had a vision of Pittsburgh as being this dirty, dingy coal town, and you know, parts of my family had spent some time in Pennsylvania, and they didn't enjoy it, but they were working in the mines. They didn't. That's probably why they didn't enjoy it. So I heard bad stories of Pittsburgh and the middle of the state and my whole life. And then when I finally went to Pittsburgh, I was blown away how nice it was. I mean, as soon as they found out I was a Cowboys fan, it didn't last very long, but they were so nice to me, and the city was so nice, and I actually gave it a little bit of thought of moving there, but then I saw how cold it was in February, and I decided against that. Take care, Jen. Teach the children well. My cousin, the reason I went to Pittsburgh is to see Roger Waters, duh. But my cousin lived there, and I stayed with her, and she had an awesome apartment. She doesn't have the apartment anymore. She's moved out of it, but there's a park right behind. This was back when it was Three Rivers. It was before Heinz Field. So it was just Three River Stadium. So I haven't seen the new ballpark. I'd like to see that new ballpark, the new baseball park. But this was before those. So it was right, there's a park kind of right behind where Three Rivers used to be. Kind of like a road there, then a park, and then another road. She lived on that road that was opposite side of the park on I think it was a 4th floor walk up, and her balcony looked back over the city. It was great. I'm gonna guess, Scottish Avgeek, I'm gonna guess 7 hours from now. That's my guess. That one came in about 6 o'clock this morning, I think. And they like to tease us. FedEx likes to tease us by leaving that on, and they won't leave for a few hours till after we leave. We very rarely see that flight depart in this show. Hello, Alistair. Good to see you. Oh. Thanks, Andrew, and thanks for everyone. 200 likes already. Thank you. Ooh, let's turn this off so we can actually see that. Thank you. Alright, so the next one's gonna go out on 8 left. We're gonna try to get over my shoulder and see if we can see it. Yeah, Larry, I was in Pittsburgh again. What was it? 2021? Yeah, it was 2021 for another Roger Waters show, but it was out of baseball season. Oh wait, no, it was in the middle of baseball season, but they were out of town. That's what it was. Yeah, it was July, so it was the middle of baseball season, but they were out of town that week. That's why I didn't go. Yeah, Scottish Av Geek, we all did. My bad, sorry. I got on a story and I was rambling about something or other. I think it was New York City trains or something, and I look up and it was right over right over the trees over there. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can catch this. There it is. Well, that's actually a lot easier now that the camera's higher. I'm not having to duck and twist and... Yeah, that's actually much easier now. So that Majuro flight is on its way. That usually comes out to us, not guaranteed, but that usually comes out to here. Right about 8 o'clock is when it's going to start getting a little busier. We should have a couple of more United flights go out, a Delta, and then that's when the 2 heavy Hawaiians go out to LA and to Vegas. In fact, one of those is already lit up. Let's see which one it is. Survey says not available yet, so we'll see. So this is Lanai Air. It's a Cessna Sky Courier. This is the cargo one. There's a passenger one as well. Mrs. Reverse Ops is having a bad day already. After I left this morning, today is her day to work at home, and the power at the house has gone off twice today. So I don't know if she went into work or not. $7.55. Well, that's close then. Let's see where that is. Maybe we'll get it overhead. Oh yeah, it's right over the co-allows right now, so maybe we'll get it overhead here in just a second. Should be behind me somewhere. So before that triple gets overhead, I just want to thank everyone for being here. Introduce myself. My name is Patrick. The channel's Reverse Ops. We're an aviation live stream and Pop-Tart channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. That's where we're at right now. It's named after the late senator from the state and territory of Hawaii. We usually do 3 shows a week. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. This week we're not going to do any weekend shows, so we are going to do a show tomorrow. We'll be back out here tomorrow about 2 miles behind me at the other end of Lagoon Drive for a rare Friday show. Starts about 6:45 Hawaii time, 6:45 a.m. Hawaii time. There's lots of ways to help the channel out. Easiest way is to hit that like button, sit through the ads, share it with your friends. Those are all free ways to help support the channel. If you want to take that next step, there are membership levels available, starting at just $2 a month. Get you into all the members-only streams and the full collection of old members-only videos you can go back and watch. We also have a PayPal link in the description somewhere, a merch shop. We can hit our merch shop, reverseopshop.com. Trying to find that. There it is. We got t-shirts, hats, hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, magnets, all kinds of cool stuff. We added a new shirt just recently for our upcoming trip to California. Oh, lost it in the clouds there. So we'll get that one around. We'll try to make sure we catch that. It'll most likely go into 8 left over there. So you can get that at reverseopshop.com. My 2 favorite shirts are right there in the middle. The I'm just here for the Pop-Tarts. And the 4 is greater than 2, and 3 is greater than 4. I call that reverse ops math. That roughly translates into a quad jet is greater than a twin jet, and a tri-jet is greater than a quad jet. So head on over there. You might find something you like. All the stuff in there is designed by me, so if you love it or hate it, it's all my fault. And I know you're thinking, that's a lot of information, and I was trying to focus on the plane, and I saw the FedEx overhead, and I got distracted. I didn't have my pencil out. The easiest way to remember everything I just said is to go to reverseops.com/findme. Everything is there, and nice little fancy clickable buttons. You can find all my social medias there: Instagram, Discord, and Facebook. Be sure to check out the Instagram stories, because we occasionally do shop specials there. Pop up little 24-hour coupons on the Instagram stories, so check that out. Oh, pardon me. So, thanks for my listening to my shameless self-promotion. I really appreciate it. This is the flight heading out to Majuro. It's kind of an island hopper. It's gonna skip across Kwajalein and Chuuk and a couple others and end up in Guam eventually. Whoa, hey, whoa, focus crazy. Look at that. Those are dudes, people standing down there. But while we're waiting on that Majuro flight to get into view, I'd like to thank our good friend and 787 Honu level member, Vegas Joe. He has gifted 5 Reverse Ops memberships. Thank you very much. Looks like Alexander, Holly, Nathaniel, Teresa, and Dieter are all the recipients of those. Please join me in thanking Vegas Joe. Yeah, it's a little cloudy out here, but that's nice because I'm not baking in the sun, Kelvin. Oops, a little too far. So that's good news. I miss the days of PDAs, Brandon. I had a HP PDA before I got my first cell phone. Had the little stylus, window, it ran Windows CE on it. I miss those days. Thanks again, Vegas Joe. So this one's probably as full of fuel as they can get it, so it's going to go really low, really long. Thank you very much, Alan. Alan Burden has been with us at the 7-1 Silver for 15 months. Thank you very much. Says thank you, Patrick and mods and fellow members. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the Reverse Ops Ohana. I'm getting a very loud buzz in the ATC today. Did you hear that? That's annoying. It's on everything too. It's tower and everything. But thanks again, Alan. I appreciate it. Thanks for being part of the Reverse Ops Ohana. So we're gonna flip over and catch that 777 that we saw overhead now. It's somewhere up in there. It is. So the A380 is about halfway between the island of Kauai and Oahu, so it's almost here. As I mentioned a little bit ago, it is the orange one today. We also have the Moana 2 livery on the 321 that's heading out in a little bit. It's heading out to Seattle today. We usually don't see the 321 version. We see a lot of the 717 and a lot of the 330. We usually don't see the 321, so that's good. We're going to see that. The next one out on the reef runway is going to be Hawaiian Flight 10. It's a 330 heading off to LA with the extra X.
Requesting access on the 4 right barrier and carrier 4 right. Engine right, you know, to runway 4 right at the barrier, and barrier is coming up. Roger, tower, shape, here coming up. Bridge 687, wind 1304, runway 4 left.
Oh, I just hit snooze on that alarm. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, usually when I try to focus in on birds, they leave. I don't know why that is. Alright, so there is Hawaiian Flight 10.
Heavy runway 8 right left, and wait for floor check.
That'll be coming. There's still people down there. I wonder what they're doing down there. Looks like he's got a weed eater in his hand. That's the one thing about Hawaii that I've never understood, is they will have a guy do an entire field with a weed whacker. Yeah, I've never done the legalized Shemp. I've never done that walk from the old place, but I heard it was forever. I heard it took forever to get to the horseshoe over there. But I do think they're done with the move to get next to Alaska, or near Alaska anyway.
Heavy wind 1503, runway 8 right. Hawaiian 670 on loose turn, cross runway 8 left. Cross 8 left is 2 left, Hawaii.
Alright, so we should be getting a Hawaiian 6 heading off to Vegas, coming through the trees any second now. Adrian, I think they will. I just think they need to get over the that playoff. It's weird to say they need to get over the playoff hump to win a Super Bowl. Obviously, that's a very duh statement, but I've watched every game for the last God knows how many years. May have missed one or two here or there, but they're a different team in the playoffs, and usually you say that phrase in a positive way. And with the Cowboys, it's a negative way. It's just they're so tight. They're so I don't know if it's gun shy or they're worried about, you know, what bad could happen. And everybody tries to blame Dak. I mean, I don't see how you can blame Dak for the last two failures. I mean, that game against Green Bay was certainly not Dak's fault. That was the defense's fault. I mean, I'm sure Dak could have taken a little pressure off if they would have scored a couple early, but still, when you give up close to 50 points, you can't blame that on your quarterback. I still think oh, thanks RSVP. I still think Dak's a top 10 quarterback. I think paying him a ton of money was probably the only way that was going to happen, because what else are you going to do? Go with Kirk Cousins and still pay him a ton of money? Saw what that did for Minnesota. But say what you want about Jerry Jones. I mean, everybody has their opinion on Jerry Jones, but there is not a person out there who wants to win more than Jerry Jones, and he's done everything he can to try to win. There's been some mistakes, like he made some mistakes in the draft last year. They kind of stood pat and let people go, and Philadelphia said, screw it, let's just take everybody and worry about the money later. And it seemed to work out for them. So he's not perfect, but nobody wants to win more than Jerry Jones. shoot. Man, I am off my game today. I am off my game today. Scottish Av Geek, I pedestrianly follow FC Dallas. It's hard to keep up with some of the teams because the time zones really mess with watching sports. I love watching live sports. But most of the live sports for teams I follow start at 2 in the afternoon here. So it's hard to watch. Even the baseball, most of the games start at 2 in the afternoon. Occasionally you'll see, they'll play the West Coast team and you'll get a little earlier, but a little later, I mean. But when every game starts at 2 usually, it's right in the middle of my work day. Even the football, even you watch the NFL. NFL games here start at 7 a.m. So this 757 is heading off to LA with the extra X. The Delta behind it should also be heading off to LA with the extra X. Then we'll have 2 717s. Delta is already on the move. Holy cow. Hurry to get to LA with the extra X. Got them coming in and going out really quickly right now. Alright, this one's heading out to Maui. That was a little bit too aggressive a zoom there. Trying something a little different. It didn't quite work. This next one is heading off to Hilo. Alright, next one going out is Southwest. It's a 737, obviously. It is heading off to San Diego. We have Jetstar pushing back. Today's Jetstar is heading off to Sydney. We also have the 321 heading off to Seattle coming out here. This is going to be the Moana 2 livery on the 321. That's one we usually don't get in the show. We get the 330 and the 717 quite a bit, but usually the 321 escapes us. Hello, Ringoberto. Good to see you. Vegas Joe has been with us 3 months at the 787 Honu traveler level. Thank you very much, Vegas Joe. 3 short months, hoping for many more. Love the stream. Mahalo, Patrick. Well, thank you. Love having you here. So I just realized when the A380 came in, I made all these fancy buttons But I forgot to make one for the A380. Thanks again, Joe.
Number 5, outside Echo, crossing right 4 left, number 4 right, into Charlie taxi parking, monitor ground. Okay, Echo, cross 4 left, 4 right, Charlie monitor ground, 3
Hello, baseball dude.
Outside 2214, hopping the car to the crossing right left. That's really crossing left. Number 490, number whiskey, hopping the tower, wind 17 at 5, from right forward at box rock, clear for takeoff. 4 clear for takeoff, US number whiskey. Southwest 2078, hopping the tower at Juliet, crossing right inbound.
Alright, so we're gonna get a couple of, looks like a couple of Southwest down here before the Jetstar and the 321.
Honolulu Tower, Skyhawk 3065, just solo, with your right base, 4 right. 065, Honolulu Tower, traffic heavy Airbus 331, 1 mile, final crossing runway, will hold short of the intersection for you, with 1705, run right 4 right, clear to land. 4 right, clear to land for 13065, thanks. An 864 Heavy, Honolulu Tower, with traffic, Skyhawk 5 mile right base for the crossing runway with 1705, run right left, clear to line, hold short of run right 4 left.
As you can see, it's looking pretty grim over there. It looks a little... Ooh. Pick something to focus on, camera. Jeez. Let's try the trees. How about that? It's a little gray over there. It's still gray behind me a little bit, but not too bad. The sun has now come out from behind the clouds. So I'm hoping that changes. It's starting to get a little hot. Alright, so we should be getting the Southwest from behind these trees any second now.
Contact departure, Woman 9.1. Deal on Echo. Southwest 1914 for 8 right up takeoff with 1605. Southwest 2078 for 8 right on the
So before, let's see, where'd that question go? Scottish Abdi says in Hawaii, the plane you see all the time is the 717. In the UK, it's the 320 or the 737. Well, we see a lot of 737s here nowadays. All the days of big heavies bringing everything out here is slowly going away. So a lot of the flights, specifically with Southwest, have really switched over to the 737. So we're seeing a ton of those. And even Alaska, and I believe Air Canada and United have one. All 737s. So we're seeing way more 737s come out here. We do see a lot of 717s, but they're all from Hawaii, and I think there's only 17 of them. So when I first moved here, you'd look across the airfield and you'd see nothing but MD-11s. Back then there was still probably some DC-10s hanging around. And they're going to send this out before this one. Okay, this one's here. They're going to send the 737 out first. Okay. But you see nothing but those and 747s are all you saw. Now these little ones are getting more fuel efficient and better economic wise, and sending a ton of those out here. Alright, so the next one out is that Moana livery on the 321. That's going off to Seattle. Ooh, I messed that up. There it is. Ugh. Yeah, I haven't watched it either, Scottish Ab Geek. Very popular here, though. Alright, so we should have one more 717 coming down. Then we'll have Jetstar. We have a DHL 777 on the downwind. You guys can see that rainbow there. Little faint rainbow in the cloud.
Alright, 178 with 1605, we're 8 right to takeoff.
Oh, thanks everybody. Alright, so while this plane comes down here, I'm going to grab a drink of water. I'll be right back. Please talk amongst yourselves.
November 927, where do you park? Air Services. From 927, road on the Echo via Echo Charlie, taxi to Air Service, monitor ground. Road on to Echo, contact ground, 927. No, Echo Charlie, taxi to parking, monitor ground. Echo Charlie, taxi, Charlie, monitor ground. Just off Harvey, remain right clear for takeoff with 1306. Everything on my right. Southwest 90, remain right now. Heavy miles, hard ring, left, clear, 1114, 5. And last, 178, contact departure, Roman 9.1. Departure, engage. Desktop 4RV, contact departure, 118.3. Oh, that's right, that's full heavy morning. November 3 Papa Foxtrot, top of the tower, traffic landing, crossing runway, Foxtrot crossing, right 4 left line of the green. Cross 4 right at Foxtrot, 4 left, line up and wait, 3 Papa Foxtrot. Southwest 962, crossing service, heavy departed, wind calm, runway 8 right to the takeoff. Airport 7413, heavy, no need to respond, but traffic is holding in position on the crossing. The 2057 on the start off, situation heavy Boeing 787 for final traffic.
No, I'm just not very talkative right now.
Singapore 7413, heavy turn left at hotels, then contact ground.
Oh, thanks, EM.
Left at hotels and ground. There was a couple of buffers, including business traffic, just waiting. Continue holding, 3 Papa Foxtrot. Wind 1606, runway 4 left to takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 3 Papa Foxtrot.
It is definitely getting hot out here. Very light winds. High UV index. Not a very pleasant morning. I will survive for another hour though, so we'll be okay. Alright, so we have the UPS Queen that was pushed back. That's a little early today. It was supposed to be about 9 o'clock, so it's a little early. As some people in the chat have mentioned, we have a C-17. But it's on Hickam right now. We also seem to be having some fighters come out, so before that all gets here, I need to reapply some sunscreen. It is baking me on the back of my head and the back of my legs. So just give me a second to get some sunscreen. I'll be right back. I hope I don't miss anything.
Tower South of 2032 is on the ILS, they left. Southwest 2032, Honolulu Tower, number 2, Boeing 717, 2 mile final, and 1705, runway 8 left, cleared line. 8 left, cleared to land, Southwest 2032. Honolulu Tower, helicopter 7158 Sierra, approaching toward island, ready south ramp. Helicopter 7158 Sierra, Honolulu Tower, proceed to the prison and hold. Prison and hold, helicopter 7158 Sierra.
Okay, nose, cheeks, and backs of legs covered. All right. Let's see. Let's flip over to the ADS-B exchange. Ooh. There's a big FedEx truck in the way. I can't see the taxiway, but I think there's something over there. There's that FedEx truck. I can't see the taxiway. Yes, Rainbow Love, thank you. I also have a hat. Let's see. Ooh, that's way zoomed in. We don't want that far zoomed in on my head. Yeah, so I also put on a hat, so trying to keep the sun at bay, so this should protect my neck.
How did you hear that?
You can hear the guys behind me. Can you see them behind me? Over here. Right here. Making all that noise. Alright, so the UPS is taxiing its way over here. That's the 747, so we'll get that departure here in just a second. Bravo, Juliet to 8 right. I love hearing that. I see some dots up by the Hickam ramp, or the hang ramp, so hopefully we get those soon. That C-17 is turned off, I think, though. yeah, that would be bad. I'd have to have you guys call 911 for me. Of course, you wouldn't know if I was unresponsive or just muted. You'd be telling the 911 operator, I can't tell if he passed out or he's just on mute. Oh, hat's right here. Hat's right here. This is the most unstylish sun hat I have ever worn, but I love it because it goes down way over my ears and neck, and I have a giant head, so it actually fits my head. And it's pretty good in the wind too. I used to wear one of the big straw hats, but it wasn't that great in the wind. Ooh, let's see if we do this. Oh, look at this. Look at how fancy I am. Look at that picture in picture. So I can feed my ego and show you planes at the same time. Yeah, Keith, I love it when they go off at like 7:30 in the morning. That's my favorite. Usually it's closer to 9, but sometimes they'll do 7:30 in the morning. I need to work on my there's no graphic on this one, so I need to get a graphic on this one. Ooh, I see our RAF trucks at the far end. There we go. Those guys are coming back over this way. Oops. I wonder if they were just doing the, these guys are just doing the grocery run. When you have the fire trucks out in the real world, they just take their fire trucks out to do the Trader Joe's run or whatever. But they can't, these guys can't go to Trader Joe's. Well, there's no Trader Joe's here, but they can't go to Long's or anything. So they just drive around the airport. Ooh, I see a white truck. That's a good sign. Ooh, Rummy. Hopefully, they do a better job of getting out of here on time, or at least not on, I don't know, on time is a bad word, but at least in my time. When we were here on, what was that, Tuesday? There was 6 F-35s left 2 minutes after I ended the show. And I really ended the show because we were having a little bit of internet difficulties right there at the end. But right as we ended the show, 6 F-35s get out of here. And then one of the tankers that was going with them had a rejected takeoff. And I missed it. Let's see, where did I buy this one from? I think I bought it from West Marine. No, this one I bought from Home Depot. This one I bought from Home Depot. The last one I had before this one I bought from West Marine. And then I have a straw hat that I bought from, I think I bought it in Hilo. I think I bought it at the City Mill in Hilo. Because I had forgot to bring a hat with me to Hilo. I needed a hat. You always gotta have an emergency Pop-Tart laying around. You can't be too far from a Pop-Tart. Do you guys see the Girl Scout Pop-Tarts? Yes, Eham, that's the Air Guard truck. Should be this guy. I don't know if they want me to show him or not, but it's hard to miss him. It's this guy right here. So he's the, I forget what they call this guy, but he's with the Air Guard. And this is the van full of, we want you to join the Air Guard people. So usually they take a bunch of people out, or they're trying to convince to join the Air Guard out in this van. Or people's parents, or, you know, whatever. Pilots' parents or whatever, they'll take them out in that van, watch them. Yeah, Eham, that's how I know they're done. Oh, here we go. Here's the Queen. That's how I know they're done for the day, is when that guy leaves. I know there's no more coming out. Oh, thank you. Too many acronyms. I can never get them all straight. So we haven't been able to find those Pop-Tarts here in Hawaii, the Girl Scout ones. There's Thin Mints and Samoas, I think. And then Walmart wouldn't ship them to us. So we had to ship them to my sister's house in Texas. And we're going to get them when we get there in a couple of, I think it's 2 weeks from yesterday. So we'll be in Texas 2 weeks from yesterday, and I think that we should have 2 boxes of Pop-Tarts waiting for us, unless my rascally little sister ate them. I could see her and my nephew chowing down. Okay, I see the first 2 fighters coming out. So we're gonna have a 747 followed by some F-22s.
On departure, making 16,000, runway 8 right, line up and wait, caution, wait for minute.
Alright, street sweeper, get out of the way. What are you doing? Hey. Hey.
511 average.
Alright, I see 4 F-22s down there. So as soon as he makes his turn, we're going to break off to him and take the F-22s.
Across the runway, bearing face up, and 1704, caution light turbulence, runway 8 right, take off into the park. Up to 66 Foxtrot, contact park. Departure, like up to 66 Foxtrot. Pittsburgh, 774, caution light turbulence, F-22, departing runway 8 right. Guys, wait, it's simple. Sorry, Cessna 173, Lima Lima, exit Delta. 3 Lima Lima, contact ground, that ground, today, 3 Lima Lima.
autofocus mode here real quick. I changed it earlier for the bigger planes. Make the autofocus area a little wider for these jets. Oh, here's the FedEx Sky Courier we were talking about the other day. This is brand new, brand spanking new. So those F-22s, they weren't on an unrestricted climb, but they sure got to 16,000 as fast as they could. Now we got 2 more F-22s behind this. Maybe, no, we got way more than that. They got more coming out. So I see at least 3 more. There's 2 of them. So Silky Sam, thanks for coming back to the 717 level. I appreciate that. It says new member, but that's not correct. Been a member here before. Thank you very much for coming back. Someone will be by with your pog drink soon. So there's going to be 2, and then a Hawaiian, and then at least 1 more. So there's 2 more lined up down there. Thank you, Tracy D, for coming back to the 321 mainland traveler level. Enjoy that comfort of the 321. Hopefully you'll get on the Moana one. Thank you for being part of the reverse op, Honu. Alright, so these both got hang 10 approved. So we're going to do a little bit of adjusting to the tripod to make sure I can get as much of that as possible. So. There you go, that's how you do that, there. Next couple will be out. Will be both 717s. Thanks, Sydney.
Okay. Thanks for your help. And what was the reason for our paperwork? We just had a fluctuating gauge. Okay, thanks, appreciate it. One 193, we're in my right line of point.
Well, that sun is baking now. Holy cow. See the sun behind me up there. It's baking me now. Alright, so the next two out will be 717s. The first one is going to go off to Lehue. The second one is going to go off to Hilo. So two opposite ends of the state. They're the next two out. They're at the end of the taxiway Juliet right now. So we'll catch them in just a second. So we got about another 20 minutes, half hour-ish in the show, and then I got to get off to work. We are going to do another show tomorrow because we can't do any shows this weekend. We had some stuff going on. But we're going to do a show on Friday morning, 6:45. I don't know what time we'll end that show because the reason we can't do a Saturday show is because I have to work super late Friday night. So I don't have to go into work till probably around 2. So I would like to take a nap in there somewhere in the middle of the day. But we might go 11. We'll see how it goes. Kind of flexible in tomorrow's one. Nice. So we're going to head over and catch those 717s leaving.
via Alpha Golf 1.
Take care. Yeah, I'm jealous of you guys. Air show season over there in the UK. Tons of them. And drive to them. This one just got its thing. I was gonna follow the FedEx super cargo master. Get back to that one. I just heard reach date right, so hopefully that's that. Hopefully that's that C-17. So that's gonna go make a big loop and come back to us.
That's just you, O'Malley. It's no one else. No one else heard that problem. That was just you. I have a mute to O'Malley button on my switcher that I can mute the stream just to you. See, the problem is I try to be nice, and I know you guys don't want to hear me drink, so I hit the mute button when I take a drink, so you don't hear me guzzling down water. And sometimes I forget to unmute it. Oh wait, I'm sorry, O'Malley. I have that backwards. I mute just you. I'm sorry, I had that backwards.
365 Honolulu, sir, wind 1807, runway 4 right, turn left. Clear to land, runway 7. 3065 Honolulu, sir, Skyhawk landing, crossing runway, roll short of intersection, runway 4 right, Foxtrot, clear for takeoff. Runway 4 right at Foxtrot, clear for takeoff, 0 to 5. Wind 1807.
Brandon, won't all Florida property be beachfront property eventually? Right before it goes away?
Three 451 heavy, runway 8 right, line up and wait, traffic line across. 451 heavy, 8 right, line up. Delta, hold short of runway 4 left, remain to 3. Right at Delta, hold short of 4 left, remain to frequency, set up with speed. One heavy, wind 1807, runway 8 right. Contact departure, 025. November Whiskey, cross runway 4 left, 4 right at Delta, and contact left. Cross runway 4 left, and 4 right at Delta, then over down, November Whiskey. 65 10 left kilos, cross runway 4 left and 8 left, and contact left. Cross runway 4 left and 8 left, and kilos, contact left.
Oh, wrong direction. There we go. Let's go this way. So you can see the stuff we got coming up in the next few minutes. It's 9:20 now, so safely we have another 20 minutes left in the show. But it really all depends on if anything interesting shows up in minute 19, we might stay for it. So hang out with us a little bit more. But this will give you a general overview of what we're looking at in the next couple of minutes. Reminder, we do have that show tomorrow. (6:15 in the morning). I don't usually stream on Friday, so I have no idea what to expect for tomorrow. We are going to be up at the other side, though, because the one thing I do expect to get is 2 A380s, so we're going to be up at the other end to catch both of their full arrivals and touchdowns. Hopefully it'll be nice and cool. We'll get rid of some of the heat haze. And then no shows this weekend, and then we have 2 shows next week, Tuesday, Thursday, and then we're off to LA with the Extra X and DFW. We're going to try to do 2 shows from both locations. Maybe a few more from LA because we're staying very close to the airport. So maybe we'll do a few more from LA than we do from DFW because my sister's house is not next to the airport. Oops. So this is that DHL Singapore 777 we saw overhead a few minutes ago. Alright, so we're getting something. Anybody know what that is? Sounds like something military is coming down Juliet right now. I don't know what it is. Jonathan, I don't know. I was going to reach out to him this week, but our shows are going to be midweek shows. So usually he does night shows if he does midweek shows. Because he, like I do, has a day job. So I would not expect him to be able to get out there. But I was going to reach out to him. Of course, I think he's in Grand Cayman right now. He did a live stream from Grand Cayman yesterday. So I thought I was the one who had tropical destinations covered, but apparently Runway DFW is heading out to the Caribbean and doing some shows in the tropics. Thanks, Al. I appreciate it. Oh, did I say 6:15? Bump, bump, bump. That's when I start setting up is 6:15. Sorry. If I said 6:15, I'm sorry. 6:45. I start setting up at 6:15. Zip Air has pushed back, so that's good. Maybe we'll get Zip Air before we got to get out of here. We saw it coming in earlier. So our good friend Ken Smith has gifted 5 reverse submerships. Thank you very much, Ken, for all your continued support of the channel. Looks like Pac-Man's cousin, Tyler, Mike, Maui, and FWB are all the recipients of that. So please join me in thanking Ken. I wonder if this guy will just lift my K-truck up. If he just lifts my K-truck up a couple feet, we don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, I kind of lose out on the whole time zone deal with a lot of you. A lot of you are already up, going. Some of you are home from work and cooking dinner when we're on. So.
Heavy, 1805, runway 8 right, stop takeoff. 1203, monitor car 123.9. 90 Quebec, contact departure. Departure 90 Quebec. Check 134, heavy contact departure. Check 134, switch departure set.
Yeah, Jonathan, both of those seemed very heavy leaving here.
For 977, visual for right. For 977, Honolulu, sir. Having Airbus 332 miles on across the runway. 1706, runway 4 right, turn left. Right, turn left, for 977.
We have a Hawaiian Flight 11 coming in from SFO on the other runway. So while we're waiting on the 717, we'll come over and show a little bit of it. Pardon me. Man, if it stays like this the next couple weeks, I'm gonna have to figure out some shade. These it is getting downright miserable out here. So I want to wait for the zip air, but holy cow. Bust out the umbrella is toasty. Okay. Wonder if that would cover. Oh, that would cover me here. Oh yeah. Hopefully this is not what the summer is going to feel like. Because right now, I've got the umbrella up. It's so hot. Now temperature-wise, it's probably not that bad. What am I looking at temperature-wise? Temperature-wise, it's saying it's 77 degrees, but it's really not the temperature. It's in the shade. It's nice and cool. It's really just the sun. Because right now we're looking at, you know, UV index probably closer. I'm trying to decide that, Sky. There's two 747s that are supposed to leave. But the last couple of times they've been like that, they've been really late. And so I don't want to promise anything and then have to cut it off. So I don't see them lit up yet. We're going to kind of make that decision when Zippy gets down here. Hopefully they'll be lit up by then. Because we don't really have a hard cutoff till about 10 minutes till 10, so hopefully the DFW weather is better than it was the last time I was there. I was there in January and it was freezing, so it'll probably be super hot when I'm there this time. So Zippy is just about to make the left turn on Juliet, so we'll see. Oh, thanks, Eham. If it's just getting its clearance now, though, it might be a little too late. We'll see. We'll keep this thing going as long as we can. I'd like those Atlas to light up. That would make things a lot easier.
Dynamite Echo, number 2 to the airport. Traffic on a 3 mile final for the cross runway, 730. Wind 180 at 5, runway 4 right, clear to land. Runway number 2, 4 right, clear to land. Dynamite Echo. Call 553, turn left echo, cross runway 4 left, turn left on Bravo. Left to go cross 4 left, left Bravo, 115.
Oh, really? We getting a diversion back here?
Call 553, taxi at Bravo and Golf, hold short of runway 8 left and Golf. Bravo, Golf, short of 8 left and Golf, 553.
Thanks, Eham.
Brady 11, 10 miles out, ILS 8 left. Brady 11, Honolulu Towers, traffic will be at Skyhawk, left challenge for the crossing runway, wind 1705, runway 8 left, turn left. Brady 11, take control. Office 4202, Honolulu Tower, cross runway 40 Foxtrot, runway 4 left, minus 1 weight, traffic is landing cross. Cross 4 to Foxtrot, left point 4 left, 4202. 51 Heavy, Honolulu Tower, cross runway 8 left to Juliet. Crossing runway 8 left and Juliet, 51 Heavy. That's Dynamite Echo, traffic holding on the parallel. Oh, we got Dynamite Echo. Brady 11, traffic holding on the crossing runway. Brady 11.
So if you're asking whether I can put the Brian, if you're asking whether I can put the ATC into the video better, I could, but the only problem with that is I don't wear headphones when I stream, so I wouldn't be able to hear it if I put it through the audio out. So I have it loud enough where I hope you guys can hear it, but specifically so I can hear it. I don't like wearing headphones really at all. Oh, I think I see that C-130 now. Thanks, Derek. And let's go, okay, where are we at here? Super zoom. Over there. There it is. And if I put it in the, if I put the ATC into the video directly into the encoder, and then I also have it playing behind me, you get an echo. Because it's a couple of milliseconds off.
Traffic 31, I need to break you out. There is an emergency inbound to cross the runway. Cancel approach clearance, continue localizer, maintain 4,000.
Alright, there's an emergency coming in. I don't think it's on this runway. I think it might be on the other runway.
1228, Honolulu Tower, cross runway, left to Juliet. This is a 2, Office 4202, panic departure. Traffic 3 Lima Lima, panic departure. Departure 3 Lima Lima, it's a medical emergency. I got some information when you're ready to know. 1165 Honolulu Tower, wind 1607, runway 4 right, clear to land, go ahead. Clear to land, 4 right. We have a male, age 36, with chest pain, in and out of
Alright, so Hawaiian 165 is coming in on this runway, declaring it a medical emergency. They have a person on board who's having chest pains and going in and out of consciousness. So it's still a couple miles out, but it's coming into 4 right. I think I see him out there. So we'll keep an eye on him and Zippy. So,
Copy 3-1, contact departure 269er.0.
there he is.
228, water car 163.9er.
Let's have some 22s in the overhead. Whoa, whoa. Just lost my umbrella. Alright, so we won't be able to see where he stops, but hopefully everything's okay.
1-1 heavy Honolulu tower, wind 1606, runway 8 left, clear to land, cross the wall of the front. 9 Mike Echo, cross runway forward, Delta, contact ground. Cross for Delta, contact ground. Echo over 1, for kilo. We can make Echo over 1. 1165, cross runway 4 left and 8 left at Echo, and then taxi to park via Alpha and Golf, monitor ground point 9.
Alright, so I just dropped my umbrella. I don't want it to blow away, even though there's not much of a breeze, so I'm just gonna reach down and grab it real quick. I'll be back before Zippy moves.
Flight 95 Honolulu Tower, traffic holding crossing runway, crossing turbulence, heavy Boeing 787, 5.5 miles ahead, runway 8 left clear to land, wind 1807. Head left for over 1.
Alright, that Atlas is lit up. So
Mach 145,
why do they gotta do this to me?
Starting runway 8 right, wind 1807, runway 4 left, over 4 left, if we take off, Mach 145. Hawaii 95, advise if you have the heavy dreamliner ahead in sight, 1,200. Hawaii 95, we have monkey flag.
Alright, so I think 717. O'Malley, you guys better start clicking then. Okay, so thanks, Legalized. So is he actually moving yet? Or is he just pushed back? Alright, so these state people keep driving by and staring at me. Thanks, Eham. We'll see you next time. Alright, it's moving now. Oh yeah, it is moving now. Alright, so we are going to stay for this. But there's not a lot between there and this, so hopefully he gets over here very quickly. Thanks, Brandon. Alright, so we are going to stay for we'll stay for the Queen. My boss is in helo. Hopefully he's not watching. I think tonight I'm going to have to think of something to deal with this sun, though. Because if it's as bad as it is today, it'll be a very short stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I might just have to bite the bullet and stick my whole sunshade up from the very beginning. I try not to do that on weekday streams. I'll have to see if my merch store makes umbrellas. Come on, little Atlas. You can do it. Get on over here. I don't know what that beeping noise is, but it sounds very ominous. I did not see the unmarked one this morning, Tim. Yeah, it's, let's see. Let's bring up the old weather app. Alright. Current conditions here at the airport. 79 degrees is the temperature. 85 is the real field temperature. So it feels like it's 85, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but the sun, it's more the sun beating down on me than the temperature. In the shade here, it's fine. Winds at south at 6, which I'll give him that. Seems more east at 6, but relative humidity 70%, so not super high humidity, but high enough where I am uncomfortable. Alright, so Atlas is about halfway down Alpha now, so we're going to wait for it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be much in front of it. Well, I guess that's good and bad. Yeah, same. So tomorrow is definitely going to be a break out the shade early day. The problem with breaking out the shade early is you put the shade over your head, and the sun is at such a low angle, it comes in right underneath the shade. So I'll keep an eye out for those Raptors. I don't see them yet. Yeah, Eham, I grew up in Texas. In Texas, you get high heat and high humidity. Usually Dallas is, in the summer, it's 75, 80% all the time. But for about a year, I lived in Houston, actually just outside of Houston, in a town called Humble. It's about 45 minutes north of Houston. And it was I moved there the end of May, early June, and it was so humid every day it would just start to drizzle about 5 o'clock. It was 95% humidity every day through the whole summer. Alright, I see one of the 22s now. I think they're coming straight in though. I don't think they're coming on an overhead brake. Yeah, they're coming straight in, so we're not going to get much of a shot of them. So just looking up Houston today. Today's not even the middle of the summer, and overnight it's going to be 92 to 93% humidity. And that's with just a 20% chance of rain. Ugh, yuck.
Traffic 31, turn right on Echo, next to the park, we have Bravo. It's 3687, traffic will hold on the crown line.
Alright, so we're waiting for the Atlas Queen to come out of the trees here, and then I am off to work. A little reminder for everyone, I know some people in the chat are going. Tonight is night one of the Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii movie showing in IMAX theaters. So if you're interested in Pink Floyd, and they did a live album, and actually more as a live movie. They didn't release an official album for it, but Live at Pompeii movie is tonight at IMAX theaters. It's showing again on Sunday at some of those theaters too. So if you're at all interested and never seen it, I would highly recommend going. It's really awesome. All the songs in it are pre-Dark Side of the Moon songs, so they're not some of their huge hits. But interlaced in the movie is clips of them recording Dark Side of the Moon in the studio at Abbey Road Studio. So you get to hear Nick Mason want a piece of pie with no crust at the canteen at Abbey Road Studio. So that's where I'll be tonight. I'll also be there Sunday afternoon. should be right, very close to being out of those trees.
There's 3687 turn right, Delta, contact ground. Delta, contact ground, Trans 6 on the loose turn, wind 1804, runway full right, turn left. Full right, clear the land, 206.
The Queen get lost over there? Come on. Step on it. Oh, I think I see it. There it is. Java LAX pup. This is Pink Floyd Ticket Fund. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for the $5. Very kind of you. Nice. So, as soon as the Queen gets on the other side of the building here, I will put down the umbrella and we'll focus. Thanks again, I appreciate it. Alright, let's put the umbrella down so I don't drop it again.
Southwest 2358, Honolulu Tower, cross runway 8 left at Juliet, and monitor tower 123.9.
Hi, thanks everybody. It's been a fun show. A little hot, but it's been a fun show. We got some fighters, we got some heavies, we got super heavy. So it's been a good show. Thanks everyone for being here. I got to get off to work. If you enjoyed the show, please hit the like button on the way out. Consider joining. If you were gifted a membership, either today or in the past, please consider renewing that when YouTube bugs you about it. I would really appreciate that. But I want to play a little video here to thank my upper tier members for all their support, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate all the members, because you guys really do keep this thing going. You guys are like, it's like PBS out here. It's all member funded. Reminder, we'll see you here tomorrow for a special Friday show. Okay, we get it, dude. We get it. It's not even that impressive sounding.
Yeah, we can make an echo for Nippon. Step on echo and cross runway 4 left, hold short of runway 8 left. Okay, don't echo cross 4 left and hold short 8 left, then 8 4. Okay, 412, kind of departure, good day. Departure, Southern 412, good day. Please don't call my mic on the repair, cross runway 4 and cross runway 4 left, minus and wait, traffic minus cross runway. Let's go right and stop running forward, I'm not on that.
Oh, we have a Josh Aldridge sighting. Hello, Josh. And Kirsten. So I'd like to thank my mobs, Kirsten, Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Sydney, Brad, Josh, O'Malley, and our newest one, Jane Chu. Thanks for all your help. Alright, I'm going to cut my little thing here short because I do have to get to work. But we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Be happy, be healthy, be kind to each other. I had a good time. Let's try this again sometime. How about that? All right. Aloha, everyone.